Hi, my name is Newell Davis with World Composting, and today I want to talk about vacation. So this is a different topic than I've covered for composting, but at some point you're probably going to want to leave your house or leave your farm or, leave to go somewhere and go on a vacation, and hopefully you can. But in the process of doing so, you leave your worms unattended, and the question is what should you do? Now, if you have a large farm and you are raising worms for profit, you're selling them or selling the castings, you probably should have other people come over and watch and have them trained so that way they know what they're doing. But if you're just like me and I just have, this is just in my basement, it's just me doing it, I don't have anybody else, it's a problem. I'm leaving for a week, I can't have somebody come in and check on them. So now, as you're watching this video, I am actually currently on vacation with my son and the Scouts, and we are out at Philmont going on a 12-day hike. It's going to be quite a bit, but I'll come back here and I'll start making more videos. But this video is going to post in the middle of that. And I had to get my bins ready. So some of them I've added food to make sure that there's a lot of food in there. Others, I haven't really added anything because they're fine. But what I want to let you know is you don't need to add food. I'm going to be gone for really 14 days total. And, with travel time and everything. And that's 2 weeks. A lot of my video updates that I do are every 14 days. So as long as I'm feeding, within that time frame, they can go an extra week. They can consume the bedding in their bins. They can consume the castings and actually go through them multiple times. So you don't need to worry about food in your system. But there are some things you do need to worry about, and that's what I want to talk about. The first one is moisture. This is something that you have to be very careful with. If it's too moist, you get water in the bottom, it can go anaerobic where there's not enough oxygen and start killing your worms and your bin. If there's not enough moisture, you have the opposite issue where things dry out and worms need moisture because that's how they breathe through their skin. So you have to really kind of pay attention to these things while you're away. Now, I'm lucky. Where I am, the humidity is through the roof. I don't really have to worry about moisture too much. In fact, right now during the summer, I'm trying to get rid of it from my house. The air conditioning is running, and it's removing moisture, and it's still at 50% humidity in my house. I sweat by doing simple tasks around my house. I warm up and I immediately start sweating, and the sweat does not go away. Why? Because of the humidity in the air here. Now, if I lived out west where I'm going to New Mexico where it's very dry, humidity might be more of an issue. I might need to make sure that I have something that's going to slowly add water to a bin, or maybe add some foods like watermelon that have a lot of moisture in them that'll slowly kind of release it, or something else that's going to a timer to water it. So these are some things that you do need to think about, and water being the key one. The next though is, do you want to cover it? So typically if a bin's outside, you just have your normal cover and everything, but maybe if you're going away for a while, you might not want to cover your bin. So that way there's a little bit more air circulation in there. Might want to think about it a little bit more, especially if you're going away for, let's say, I'm going for 2 weeks, as I said, but maybe you're going away for a month or 2 months, or, as one of my friends did, they went on a sabbatical to Europe where they were teaching for, 3 months. It was a summer trip essentially. And, what do you do at that point? Well, if you're going away that long, you probably should hire somebody. So at that point, you should have somebody come in and check on them. They don't have to come in frequently, maybe once a month, just to make sure things are okay. Maybe add some food, make sure there's a lot of bedding, and that's the other thing you can do is you can add lots of bedding. Bedding material is a food after a while. It builds up with those microbes and they can consume it. But those materials take longer. And that's the difference. Now, for me, I did add some food to one of my big urban worm bag that I have, my version 1. That one is just teeming with worms, and I want to make sure it keeps going. So I added a lot of food to it. Kind of there's a little bit of odor in the basement. I can smell the food sort of going bad as it's going, but it'll quickly dissipate once the worms really start tearing into it. My other systems, I'm adding in the normal amount that I would. I'm not going overboard, I'm not going underboard, and I will probably keep them covered a little bit. Some of them I might leave the cover off if I felt it was too wet to begin with, because as I said, it's humid here, so I don't have to worry too much about moisture. But overall, worms are very easy to take care of. As I said, that 3-month range, maybe you should have somebody come in, but really for your week or 2 week vacation, if you're lucky enough to do that over the year, you really don't have to worry. as long as it's not ready to be harvested. And even in that case, you could probably still leave it for 2 weeks and be fine because the worms will reprocess their castings. So I'm curious though, I want to hear, where are you going on vacation this year if you're able to go, or where would you like to go if you're not able to go this year? I know not everyone can. This trip was planned and paid for, within the past 2 years. I've been slowly building up to pay for this trip. And I'm very glad that I can take my son and go on this amazing scout trip, which everyone that I know has ever been on it has said is a wonderful time for this Philmont trip. So, it's something I'm very excited about. But I know that not everybody gets to do a vacation every year. But let me know. I'm very curious to hear what you think as far as how you take care of your worms, but also let me know where you're looking to go and what you'd want to do. You want to go to the beach, the mountains? You want to wait till winter and go skiing? Or maybe you like to go to a lake, during the summer in the mountains where it's nice and cool. So let me know what you want to do for your vacations. I'm very curious, and I'll let you know in the comments when I get back how my trip was. So thank you for watching. And again, remember, I'm not going to be back on for a little bit. So I won't be able to respond because I'm not going to have a connection anywhere, I don't think. So thank you for watching and take care.